Hey everyone, I'm Amy Aylward here with Extreme Networks. I'm sitting with Ed Meyercord, President and CEO of Extreme. We're here, first full day of Connect in Berlin. Very exciting. We just got out of the main stage sessions. A lot of exciting stuff happened today. Ed, the energy in that room was electric. How does it feel to be here in Europe? We've been trying to do this for a couple of years and we finally made it.
You know, oversubscribed is a good place to be. And we really appreciate all of our customers and partners, by the way, for showing up in a really big way, committing time. We got in over the weekend and people were taking training classes and they were full. People are really excited about it, Extreme. And then today we hear about the roadmap.
Yeah,
and the reveal.
Let's talk about what we heard today. So. Extreme Cloud Edge, very exciting, very big news for the industry. First cloud continuum for networking. Talk a little bit of what that means for customers. How's that going to change their workflow?
This feeds into our whole reason for being at Extreme. Okay, as a challenger brand, what we're doing is we're making it easier for customers to deliver a high quality, high performance, secure networking experience. And as part of this is we're giving them flexibility. Customers want choice. So we've been a leader in cloud choice in terms of providing alternatives in public cloud, on-prem, but now we're pulling it all together with Cloud Continuum. So you can actually have a hybrid networking environment. You can't have more flexibility than that. So this is the industry first.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a while before anyone catches up to this technology. It's going to take them a while. So we can bring this kind of flexibility choice. We're over here in Europe. One of the benefits is this whole idea of data sovereignty and the fact that even here at our conference, right, we learned today all the data, the networking data is kept in the hotel. So in terms of this idea of the line of like what data can cross or what it can't cross, the proof is in the pudding and we're doing it real time here and I think, great reception from customers.
Great, excellent. A couple other exciting announcements. So the industry's smallest and greenest Wi-Fi 6E access point with the AP3000. We've got customers already using that actually in beta testing it. Kroger, a big grocer in the US.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that, the benefits.
Well, I think it's just it's a continuation of, we've been first. And Nabil was up, at a slide today talking about all the industry first at Extreme, but first to Wi-Fi 6E, right? And then first with outdoor Wi-Fi 6E. And now we have come out with this very competitive, targeted use case, access point. To your point, power consumption much lower than any other AP in the industry. Obviously, in our world today, where sustainability is so important, that's a big deal. The other thing we announced with Kroger is the idea that we have an access point, but then we're also using Thread technology, which effectively allows us to combine IoT devices. The power savings from Kroger and their deployment across all of those stores is going to be massive. So it's dollar savings and it's also green policy.
Yep.
So,
and one thing I've been hearing here at the show from customers is we are, from a power consumption standpoint, leading the industry there in terms of lowering that power consumption through our APs, through our switches, and that's really important and becoming increasingly important, especially here in Europe, who are very, energy and earth conscious.
That's right. And one of our customers, who is going to be an award winner, we'll announce him tomorrow, but is the third largest power supplier in the world. And one of the things they've been talking to customers about is how they pulled controllers out of their wireless network. And effectively, that is allowing them, by managing both their switches and wireless access points from the cloud, they cut their networking expense by 20%.
Wow, that's amazing.
So there's more efficiencies. And by the way, when you're pulling that out to the cloud, there's also power savings.
Right. And just closing the loop on the product announcements, some new universal switches. The 8000 series and 7000 series, there's a couple new switches there. Do you want to talk a little bit about those?
I mean, it's rounding out the portfolio.
Right.
So we started on the universal hardware journey, and again, the most flexible enterprise switching platforms in the industry. And what does that mean? It means that you buy hardware and you have the opportunity to choose what personality, if you will, what use case that you're driving towards with the switch. No one else has universal hardware. We have some people that have talked about it. It's going to take them a while to bring it out. But again, going back to what is our reason for being here? We want to make it easier, simple. We want to provide flexibility. And that's what we're doing with universal hardware. So hardware starting off with the lower end of the portfolio, kind of out on the edge, and now moving into the core of the network. And that's what this announcement was about.
Yep. And so when you're sitting in the room with these customers, right, this is electric. I mean, there's so many people here, there's so many good conversations happening, and just kind of building and segueing from the portfolio, that's why we're winning. We've
Yeah.
made it easy, we've made it flexible, licensing is simple.
That's right.
And so talk a little bit about, some of the stories that you're hearing from customers. Talk about new ways and better outcomes. We talk a lot about that, but
That's
what is that all
it is.
about?
And we have a guest speaker who's going to be talking about innovation from Living Tomorrow. And innovation is about what? Innovation is about doing new things, right? It's doing something new. And that's really what has us so excited. Think about all of our employees at Extreme. What gets people excited? They like to see our technology at work. And then the idea that we can support our customers, their use case, in finding a new way, we're curious, to deliver a better outcome, leveraging our technology. So we have all of these tools. We talked about universal hardware, super flexible. We talked about cloud and cloud management. We talked about AI and ML and Copilot and what that brings to us. So we have more tools today than ever before to help customers on this journey to drive a better outcome. And there's a new way to do that. So this whole idea of innovating and finding a new way to deliver a better outcome in all the industries that we cover, it's pretty amazing. I'm going to be talking about retail tomorrow,
Yep.
right? And just think about Kroger and the store of the future.
Yep.
Highly competitive process. They chose Extreme. The world's largest cloud-managed network will be running on Extreme with new technologies. But you think about things like electronic shelf labeling, a lot of flexibility in price, right? So you don't have to go back. Think about all the savings from just that innovation that's going to be running on the network.
Yep.
Pay as you go. The idea that you could scan groceries when you're going through the store. So think about these retailers that kind of got crushed with Amazon coming in and the
Yep.
cloudification of shopping and shop from home. Well, now they're having to create a new experience. And so what's behind the new experience? The network, because everything's connected to the network. And so now we have that example, and that applies to healthcare, it applies to our governmental agencies and support, it applies to transportation companies. We talked a lot about, we have airports and airlines here, well represented, but everyone is thinking about the consumer experience, and then that's what gets all us very excited because we're impacting that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about the network being a strategic asset, and I think people pause when they hear that thinking, oh, the network is just plumbing, but it really has pivoted, especially since what we went through in COVID and digital transformation. The network drove a lot of that innovation, a lot of what you just talked about with Kroger, that doesn't happen without a powerful network. So I'd love to hear from your perspective when we say network as a strategic asset, what comes to mind for you? How do you think about that?
Everything is connected to the network. Right? And so today's network is much more intelligent than maybe it has been in the past. And you think about the tools that we have and the insights, and we can capture and glean insights from the network. So if the network, obviously we have visibility to access points and switches and basically the equipment that's driving the network. But then we also have the next level visibility into the devices. So what are all the devices connected to the network? They could be customer devices, they could be devices that are deployed like IoT devices, but now all of a sudden we have visibility, and now we have tools and we're looking at the data, and now we have insights, and now we can start learning. So the network is highly intelligent today.
Well, thanks for your time today. Enjoy the rest of the event. I know we'll be getting energized by all the great stories.
You're
and
going to have
excited
fun.
customers
You're going to have
we'll
fun. You're
see.
going to have a lot of energized people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Ed. Thanks for
Amy.
joining us.
Yeah.